Yama Malia. Hello, friends. That is my language, the language of the Gomeroi people. I'd also like to say in the language of the Sydney people, where usually the awards are held here. But Jadi Gamarua means g'day. My name's Michael West. I'm from Metropolitan Local Aboriginal Land Council. We're the custodians of the land, air, water and culture within our boundaries. And we take that very serious. We look after wonderful sites, middens, engravings. We believe all Australians have a responsibility to look after our sites and to look after our culture, not only for fellow Australians and those in the future, but for the whole world, humanity. Because these sites are amazing when you think about it. Our sites go back more than 65,000 years. We have Brewarrina fish traps that go back more than 40,000 years. We have trade up in the top end. Did you know that? With sea cucumbers that go back more than 500 years with the Macassans, Indonesia and China, just to name a few. And I do urge you to Google and have a look at Vatican manuscript and hunting birds, and you'll see that there is a very familiar bird in there that goes back for more than 800 years, that manuscript. So think of that. Trade going between Australia and Europe more than 800 years ago. I'd like to say on behalf of all my fellow members, our board and our elders, that we welcome you here to the awards today. And it's all about working and walking together for a better future for all of us, isn't it, when you think about it? And talking about community, I have with me here a message stick. Traditionally, message sticks would be carried by emissary ambassador. They'd go to the edge of country, they would light a fire, they'd be greeted by the clan, tribe and nation, and they'd be given safe passage on to meet the elders, and I've got the elders on here, and also talk to the community. And it's all about community when you think about it. I have also on here different parts of our identity, customs, ceremony, rituals, like I'm here right now. And we all need to respect our own identities, gender, religion, age. We must show people respect, as Aretha Franklin's a great civil rights leader said. So I say Yalu Malia, which means goodbye friends, have a safe stay, give your family a hug, and let's all come together in 2022. Thank you.
Please welcome extraordinary Australian icons Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness.
Thank you, Michael West, for your welcome to country, Yama. Wish I could be with you all there, but I'm actually on set here in my trailer. It's a great night. It's the 10th anniversary of the Advance Awards, which is 10 years of really celebrating Aussies that are game changers. So I hope you have a wonderful night.
Tonight we acknowledge all of the Advance Awards finalists and their pursuit of excellence. So sit back, relax and enjoy hearing a whole lot more about them. Have a great night.
Welcome to the 10th anniversary of the Advance Global Australian Awards. My name is Yasmin Allen. As Chairman of Advance, it is my great pleasure to welcome nominees, award winners, partners of Advance, friends and guests from around the world. Thank you, Hugh Jackman and Deborah Lee Furness. I am delighted that you, together with many other outstanding global Australians, appreciate the importance of these awards and the incredible winners that we're about to meet. Advance connects and supports the 1 million Australians working and living overseas and the 2.5 million former international students who were educated here and maintain a deep bond with our country. Together, they make up our diaspora, and Advance links their ideas and talent back home for the benefit of Australia. Like you, our Advance community has been profoundly impacted by the pandemic. Many of us are living among devastating outbreaks. Some have returned home prematurely or are separated from their loved ones. Advance members are also working on the front line in their adopted countries, creating solutions like 2019 Advance Award winner Dr. David Petrino at Mount Sinai in New York and his groundbreaking research into long COVID. Last year, we hosted our awards online, and this year we were hoping to welcome you in person. Instead, as Australia has learnt, no one is immune from this global crisis. But we're also witnessing remarkable examples of collaboration, science, and human ingenuity to vaccinate and to reopen. Looking at the talented and inspiring global Australians we are celebrating here, I am even more optimistic that together we will work globally to solve many of these problems. In our effort to bring Australia's international community together, we are broadcasting this online and holding simultaneous in-person events led by our advanced supporters and ambassadors in Shanghai, Hong Kong, Dubai, London, and New York. And we'll cross to them later. Wherever you're joining from, we hope this event can bridge the separation that we're all feeling. And we would really love you to participate. So please keep your phones handy and you can share comments and interact with viewers around the world through our live polls. Keep an eye on the right side of your screens and the poll questions will appear there. As well as keeping global Australians connected, I am passionate about Advance's mission to recognise extraordinary Australian talent. And we do this for a good reason. The economic potential of our diaspora is tremendous. They create new businesses, stimulate trade, and transfer knowledge and skills. Innovation and talent will empower us and enable Australia to choose our economic destiny. And a vital component will be tapping into the knowledge of our expats. The impressive finalists and winners you're about to meet will join more than 100 past Advance Award winners and become part of a powerful network around the world. They are the Advance Game Changers, a diverse and impressive cohort. Advance enjoys bipartisan government support, and I warmly acknowledge and thank our government partners, also our long-term donors, corporate supporters who make this event possible. These organisations share our vision. We all believe in the power and ingenuity of our diaspora and that Australia's future will be enhanced through connecting and engaging with our most important natural resource, talent. So let's get on and celebrate our incredible international Australians. Please welcome our first award presenter, Chair of the ABC and Australian icon, Ita Buttrose.
Good evening from Sydney. I'm Ita Buttrose and I'm delighted to be presenting the Arts Award for 2021. This award celebrates global Australians who have excelled in their chosen creative field, not only at home, but on the world stage. It takes enormous commitment and resilience to work in the arts industry, and even more tenacity to make it a lasting career. The pandemic has struck the arts sector incredibly hard, and so it is even more important than ever to recognise the fortitude and achievements of those in this field, whether it be through the classical forms of art or through music, dance and cinema. The extraordinary Australians you are about to meet have used their talent to captivate a global audience, and the finalists are
Meet Pallavi Sharda, international performing artist and founder of No Other Lab. With critically acclaimed performances across many genres, Pallavi believes that a multi-hyphenated identity is a superpower and is inspired to provide mentorship for young people of diverse backgrounds. Meet Carolyn Watson, music director of the LaPorte County Symphony Orchestra in Indiana and committed music educator. Dr. Watson is one of only 2 women heading up doctoral level programs in orchestral conducting in the US and is well known for inspiring young musicians to achieve orchestral greatness. Meet Darren Mcintyre, a graduate of the Australian Ballet School. Darren has toured the globe extensively, performing in a wide range of both classical and contemporary works. He loves how dance can create a platform for entertainment, statements and education. And meet Simone Young, Chief Conductor Designate of the Sydney Symphony Orchestra, internationally recognised as one of the leading conductors of our time. Simone has been recognised in many countries with awards and honours and is best known in her industry as being a Wagner and Strauss specialist.
And the winner is Pallavi Sharda. Congratulations, Pallavi. Wonderful.
Thank you so much. That's so generous. That's so generous. My parents will be very proud. One of my, I suppose, grievances when I was younger was feeling like I was all alone, because culturally what I chose to do is incongruous with the academic family that I grew up in, particularly for many children of immigrants where those cultures do have a lot of that. And you know, my parents are wonderful people. It's unwitting that that was passed down to me, I would say. I think they've just witnessed me crusade in a way through my work, because I believe in that identity so strongly. And it's now an incredible source of joy for them and pride that the choices they made have, in some sense, enabled this for me. And I think they're proud Australian people. My father always says, my daughter went to India and she did the hard yaka, all on her own.
Please welcome our next presenter, the Prime Minister's Special Envoy for Global Business and Talent Attraction, Peter Verwa AO.
Hello, my name is Peter Verwa. I'm the Prime Minister's Special Envoy for Global Business and Talent Attraction. And it's my very great pleasure to present this year's Advance Alumni Award. There's 2 million or so international graduates of Australian universities living around the world. Whichever country they call home, these graduates gained an educational qualification in Australia, and each of them is helping enhance our nation's connections around the globe. Now, one goal of the Prime Minister's Global Business and Talent Attraction strategy is to welcome the world's best and brightest, to accelerate Australia's capacity in future-facing technologies, sciences and industries. Another is to maximise the circulation of great ideas and knowledge. Our alumni play a critical role in this process, which is why the Advance Award for Alumni recognises the incredible achievements of international graduates of Aussie universities. This year's finalists encompass a tremendous spectrum of innovative, talented individuals who've progressed from their education in Australia to help shape national policies and industries in their home country, while retaining their connection to Oz. Tonight we applaud the entrepreneurship drive and the social impact so clearly evident in their careers and work. And now the finalists are...
Meet Tan Van Dang, CEO and founder of Saticom Software in Vietnam. Since her first moment of coding a computer, Ms. Van has believed deeply in a beautiful life enabled by technology, and in particular, the empowerment of women through technology. Meet Dr. Samir Dixit, an intrepid biomedical researcher proving that preeminent research institutes are not only vital, but viable in emerging nations. Dr. Dixit and his team are shaping national policies across Nepal as a result of their work. And meet Jose Apollo Pacamalan, founder and executive director of the Organic Rice Duck Movement in the Philippines. Apollo is a powerhouse behind a movement to support farmers with an organic, climate-smart, accessible and resilient rice production system.
And the winner of the Advance Alumni Award in 2021 is Samir Dixit. Congratulations, Samir.
Oh, all right. Well, that's unexpected. Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for the good news. Wow. Because I kind of read the profile of the other competitors, and I thought, my God, these guys are like, leaders in the field, and I don't stand a chance. Wow, let that sink in a little bit. Wow, okay. Especially for a country like Nepal, the dissemination of science is very limited. You have different sectors doing different things. They work in silos. So if you want to connect the different silos, you want to be able to explain why that is necessary. And that's exactly the reason I tend to kind of associate myself with the media or social media, just because it needs to go out in a very simple manner that everyone can understand and try to associate with.
Please welcome our next presenter, the Chief Executive Officer of ANZ Bank, Shane Elliott.
Hi, I'm Shane Elliott, the Chief Executive of the ANZ Banking Group, and I'm really proud to award tonight the winner of the FinTech category. You know, Advance Awards for FinTech celebrates global Australians who are real leaders within this finance sector, who use technology to disrupt traditional business models like ours and improve financial services through the clever application of new technology. This year is going to be the first time we've got a dedicated FinTech category, and it really recognises the importance of the industry for the whole of Australia and the world, and the growing number of nominations that we receive every year in this field. The outstanding finalists are transforming financial services, and who knows that better than somebody who runs one of the major banks in this country. And we see a real opportunity not just to partner with these people, to really they push us through our own thinking about strategy and how we can improve our competitive position for consumers as well. But what we're seeing through the fintech industry is sophisticated use of data, keeping us on our toes, using analytics, getting closer to the customer, developing products for greater financial inclusion, and of course supporting people to improve their financial well-being and financial position. And tonight it's great to acknowledge the groundbreaking work of these outstanding Australians who are doing great work, not only for Australia, but really leading the way globally. And of course the finalists are...
Meet Deborah Walton, a dynamic executive at the intersection of finance and technology. Ms. Walton is the Chief Revenue Officer of Data and Analytics at the London Stock Exchange. She is a tireless advocate of gender equality, diversity and leadership. Meet Ed Robinson, President and co-founder of Stash, an industry-leading app that is revolutionising how millions of Americans invest and save. Ed believes that anyone with a mobile phone and $5 can make personal finance a source of hope rather than fear. And meet Simon Luong. Simon's the founder and group CEO of WeLab, a leading fintech company and one of the first digital banks in Asia. WeLab was founded with one ambitious vision to bring joy to a financial journey.
And I'm really proud to announce the winner of the FinTech Award in 2021 is Ed Robinson. Congratulations, Ed.
Oh, okay, great. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, lovely. Yeah, well, I mean, this is something I've been a big supporter of the Advance Group. I'm a big believer personally that Australians should really get out and travel. And try new things and put yourself in different situations, because again, I think it's the best way to continue to push through in your career, and to try and just to challenge yourself. When I think about employees that we look for people that want to put themselves in situations where they continue challenging themselves and finding new things, because it just becomes so much more diverse.
Please welcome our next presenter, environmentalist and anti-corruption activist in Indonesia, Dr. Laureate Muhammad Sharif.
Hello, my name is Laureate Sharif. I am pleased to be joining you from Jakarta for the celebration of the Advance Awards 2021. It is my pleasure to be presenting the award for social impact. Advance Award has a special spot in my heart because I received it only a few months after my house was attacked with Molotov cocktail in the middle of the night by unknown people. I was not able to attend the award presentation in Sydney in 2019 because several students got shot by the police and lost their lives in defending the independence of the Corruption Eradication Commission of the Republic of Indonesia, the KPK, that I dearly love. So thank you, Advance Award, because you gave me extra strength in the fight against corruption and the protection of the environment in Indonesia. Advance Award for Social Impact recognized global Australians who have dedicated their lives to creating a better, fairer, and safer society. These altruistic Australians have used their skills and expertise to tackle social issues ranging from human rights, public health, climate justice, free speech and civil liberty, and the empowerment of women and children. The impact of their works is real through their relentless focus on solving critical, chronic, and systemic disadvantage. The finalists of this category are to be acknowledged for their sustained work, resilience, and strength. And the finalists are...
Meet Adam Gironi, the big-hearted CEO of the Starlight Children's Foundation. One of the most successful social entrepreneurs of recent times, Adam co-founded and led the Movember Foundation from its humble beginnings in 2003 to the global phenomenon today. Meet Jennifer Robinson, human rights lawyer and barrister. Recently returned home from London, Jennifer has a particular focus on free speech and civil liberties. She's best known for her work as Consul, Julian Assange and WikiLeaks over the last decade. And meet Leith Greenslade, founder of JustActions. Deeply committed to the power of new ideas, Leith's organisation works to advance a set of actions that will make the most difference in the shortest space of time to the quality of life of the most disadvantaged.
The winner of the Social Impact Awards in 2021 is Leith Greenslade.
I'm so happy about that. Thank you so much. You know, it means so much to me to have that from Australia. Truly. Thank you so much. You know, I think one of the reasons I work so well in coalitions with people from vastly different backgrounds, different walks in life is growing up in Australia. We need people to cross into other camps. We need people not to stay put and dig deep into one job or one country or even one sector. What we need now more than ever in the world is people who with broad experience, who can see the world from all the different points of view and then hopefully find some kind of consensus or find the middle ground.
Please welcome our next presenter, the 29th Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Malcolm Turnbull AC.
Good evening. I'm Malcolm Turnbull, and it's my great pleasure to be presenting the Technology and Entrepreneurship Award for 2021. You know, Advances Awards are a mark of the immense impact Australians are making all over the world. As a former PM and hence a former patron of Advance, I just want to say to you how important the work of Advance is. You know, Australia's biggest asset is its people. It's not the rocks under the ground or even our fabulous weather. It's our people. And we have a most remarkable nation, a most remarkable project. We are the most diverse, multicultural society in the world. Over half of Australians have at least one parent born overseas, and over 30% of Australians were born overseas. So we are a global nation in and of ourselves. And Australians all around the world are doing remarkable things. But for a very long time, we weren't connected with each other. And Advance has made that change. Advance is ensuring that Australian diaspora, that Australian community, global Australians are connected together. And in doing so, they bring enormous leverage to Australia, to business, to innovation, to arts, to culture, to every angle of our great Australian project. So thank you all for being involved with Advance. Thank you for supporting it. And now let me move on to the award. The Advance Award for Technology and Entrepreneurship recognises global Australian trailblazers who've taken risks and backed an idea to create a thriving, successful technology company. These outstanding individuals link the academic and commercial world to drive better outcomes for consumers and businesses. The finalists in the category have created highly innovative organisations They're social entrepreneurs, serial entrepreneurs, and investors. Their extraordinary success demonstrates their ability to look into the future and to apply technology to create the opportunities of the future, all the time doing so surrounded by uncertainty. They are truly making volatility their friend. They are leveraging uncertainty and risk to create technological progress to take us forward to advance. So, the finalists are
Meet Damian Marnie, founder and CEO of Stackler, an AI-powered platform that puts customer stories at the heart of brand marketing. Alongside that, Damian started the Stackler for Good program, aimed at assisting non-profit organisations use social content for social good. Meet Sarah Lux-Lee. As founder and CEO of Minder, Sarah is recognised as a thought leader in creating a strong sense of belonging in the workplace. She's leading extensive changes to the way women and parents are valued in the global workforce. Meet Patrick Grove. As co-founder and Group CEO of Catcher Group, Patrick is recognised as one of the leading entrepreneurs in the Asia-Pacific region. Patrick, a guru tech entrepreneur, says that working with amazing people to solve big problems gets him out of bed every day. And meet Dr. Arjun Goyal, founder and managing director of Vita Ventures in the US. His leading life sciences venture capital firm is investing in companies that translate groundbreaking science into new medicines that impact patients globally.
the winner of the Technology and Entrepreneurship Award in 2021 is Arjun Goyal. Congratulations, Arjun.
Oh, really? Wonderful. That's wonderful. I'm getting a bit emotional. Entrepreneurship is critical to the development of new medicines, because science and human biology is very risky. So it also appeals to the underdog in me, which is a very Australian thing. The way that medicines are being developed today, they're being developed by small startups, entrepreneurial startups, really globally. They're no longer being developed by the big pharmaceutical companies. More than half, if not more, of medicines out there are being see their start in small biotech companies. And I also see that opportunity in Australia as this industry comes of age with its strong heritage in medical research. The opportunity to emerge as a leader, as really a true global leader in this new industry.
Thank you to all our Advanced 2021 partners for making this broadcast possible.
Hello, my name is Alexi Glass-Cantor, and I'm honoured and delighted to be with you for this virtual celebration and to share some of my insights as part of the judging panel. I was invited to join the Advance Award jury in 2018 as a representative for arts and culture. And from the outset, I've been really tremendously moved by the collegiality, generosity, and thoughtful contribution of my peer jurors. Each of the 10 jurors for the Advance Award are eminent leaders in their field, with diverse experience from business, technology, health, education, media, communications, aligning with the many and varied fields in which global Australians are making an impact, which continues to inspire and make us proud. For the Advance Awards, the process begins with nominations. Nominees can self-nominate or they can be nominated by others, and we also get nominations from university alumni officers who identify where graduates have gone on to make an impact in a global context. Often we recognise some names, which is fantastic, but other times we get to meet new people. We're astounded by the diversity and the surprises that come through that nomination process, and it really contributes to making it an enriching process. With over 300 nominations received in January this year, it was an incredible opportunity for the Advance team to work with over 25 expert subject matter field leaders to identify the groups and the shortlist in each category that would eventually come to the jury. Once that shortlist is presented to us, we then assess the nominees with the following criteria in mind: excellence in their field, demonstrated creativity and entrepreneurship, contribution to the success of others, and their ability to be an inspirational role model. One of the most enjoyable parts of the process is really that the judging panel is genuinely invested in the career progression of each nominee. Each of the jurors, we love our fields, we are passionate about our sectors, and during our many discussions, we feel like we get to know the nominees, not just in the field that we represent, but the fields of others. And we're excited to see the accomplishments and growing successes of advanced nominees year on year. Selecting the finalists and then the winners in each category is not easy, and we don't always agree, but we do always share a kind of spirit of excitement because we recognise the high calibre of all the finalists and the incredible privilege and opportunity being a juror on the Advance Awards really is. The judging panel, as I said before, includes wide and varied expertise with many decades of cumulative experience. A very significant person on the judging panel has been the late, great Carla Zampatti. Her inclusive spirit, the way in which she has always recognised the contribution of young Australian talent wherever it has existed around the world, and her warm encouragement of creativity and leadership is one that is, profoundly felt. Tonight, the Advance jury would like to acknowledge Carla's contribution to the Advance Awards through her years on the judging panel, and we are forever grateful for her energy in championing the work of global Australians. With the support of Carla's family, we have put together a video to highlight Carla's legacy, not only for Advance, but more widely, Australia and our continued impact in a global context. Thank you.
Well, I think her legacy is her demonstration of success as a self-starter and as a stylish, warm businesswoman. But more importantly, this role she played in dressing businesswomen has been really critical to their sense of femininity, style, and in a way where you felt confident and comfortable. And I think if we go back to when she started the business, we might think now there are a lot of designers who can dress businesswomen, but when she came into the market, she had these jackets that looked really stylish and smart, but you didn't look like a man, so you can be stylish without compromising your focus and your effectiveness. All of those, that blend, I think Carla captured very well.
It really is indeed her legacy, her passion and support of classical music, of art, of ballet, her chairmanship of SBS, and the championing of Australian women and multicultural success. Her support in scholarships for talented students to study fashion in London, Milan or New York and return to Australia and to contribute and grow. I read recently Carla described as a proud feminist fashion designer, promoting economic independence and agency for women. Such an amazing cultural person herself. What a legacy Carla has left for us all.
She reminded me of my role and what I needed to do also, and how much it can really impact you positively when someone takes an interest. Even if it's fleeting, it can be 2 minutes, but it can be just that 2 minutes. It's enough to just sort of say, okay, I was seen in the work that I do, and particularly with women in industries where we're sort of all really sort of trying to progress and succeed and change the needle on sort of representation. I think it's very important to have figureheads like Carla, who encouraged women all throughout the sort of fashion industry, but then also she encouraged me within the video games industry, which has helped me encourage women within the video games industry, which might help someone in some completely other random industry, as well, as we sort of just all try and support each other.
When you reflect on Carla and you're asked questions about certain aspects of it, very easy to get confused with the large impact that she made. And it was constant, it was consistent, it was humble, it was friendly. She was a very special person, and as I said, when they made Carla, I think they broke the mould, because you might not see the like of her again. So ballet, Carla Sampati. You're a wonderful person and we will remember you, and you've had a very big impact on advance in Australia. Thank you.
Please welcome our next presenter, the Australian Consul General in New York, Nick Greiner AC.
Greetings from New York City. If there was ever a city that knew a bit about commercial creatives, that knew a bit about talent, that city would be New York. So I think it's very appropriate that Advance have asked me to present an award as part of their 2021 awards. It's about 20 years since my friend Ken Allen had my job, the one I have now, and he came up with the outstanding idea that young Australians of talent, regardless of what field they were in, needed some help. Basically needed help to help themselves, to get to know other people with similar aspirations and similar problems. Now, I think Advance has done a great job over 20 years and should be very proud of the many, many thousands of young Australians they've helped. The Advance Award for Commercial Creatives, which I've been asked to present tonight, recognises global Australians who've excelled in the delivery of creative endeavours. Whether it be through photography, film, fashion, literature, music, performing arts, or online influencing. These outstanding Australians have established themselves on the global stage in their own areas of expertise. Their modern approaches and fantastic talent extend their audience reach worldwide, and they push the frontiers of innovation. Now to the award. The finalists are
Meet Sahanya Rafael, art historian and museum director of M+ Hong Kong. Sahanya became part of the museum world because she was convinced that the work of artists and creatives needed championing now more than ever. Meet Sam Levy, Managing Director and Theatre Producer of Trumper Park. Having won Tony, Olivia and Drama Desk Awards, Sam says he is inspired and motivated by the inordinate number of creative people he works with every day. And meet Derek Muller. Revered as a millennial science communicator, Derek is the creative director of Veritasium, a YouTube channel about science. This pioneering learning platform went viral and now has almost 10 million subscribers.
And the winner of the Commercial Creatives Award for 2021 is Sam Levy.
Goodness. Well, thank you. I'm now going to faint or something. Just to be in that company and to be in the company of 10 years of people who've been finalists for these awards is just, it's amazing. And I'm always amazed at what people can do. And not just because they're doing it overseas. I think, there's always that cultural cringe thing where, if it happens overseas, it must be better. I've never thought that at all. It's just amazing how we've spread out and how much people can do all over the world, in Australia and beyond. So I'm blathering, but honestly quite touched and humbled.
Please welcome our next presenter, technology entrepreneur Tan Lee.
Hello everyone, my name is Tan Lee. I received the Advance Award in 2012 in the very first year of the awards, and I'm delighted to be joining you for the virtual celebration of the Advance Awards tonight, presenting the Award for Education and Research 2021. Since winning the Advance Award in 2012, I have continued to build my company, Emotive, a leading global neuroinformatics company advancing understanding of the human brain. We are pioneers in the commercial application of neurotechnology and have been at the forefront of developments in the creation of non-invasive mind-machine interfaces, enabling computing applications to be controlled by thoughts alone. At the same time, we are developing new insights into brain health and cognitive performance. With education and research being fundamental to Emotive, I am delighted to present the 2021 Award for Education and Research. Education is the key to progress in every society. Research and evidence inform our decisions. The Advance Award for Education and Research recognises the outstanding global Australians who are dedicated to educating and training others, with a relentless focus on building an evidence base to inform their teaching. The work of these finalists ranges from research into climate impacts on agriculture, ensuring best practice teaching in health, through to identifying the workforce skills and competencies needed now and into the future. We applaud the finalists tonight for their ongoing optimism and commitment to advancing knowledge in their chosen fields. The impact of their work is real, having a material influence on a global scale. And the finalists are
Meet Dr. Victor Squires, AM. He is an internationally recognised dryland management expert with a focus on ecological restoration of degraded areas and on desert ecology. His expertise is much needed with worsening climate change. Meet Professor Anne Bamford, Strategic Education and Skills Director for the City of London. Professor Bamford is known for her research in creativity, lifelong learning and technology. She believes learning changes us and changes the world around us for the better. Meet Professor Patricia Davidson, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Wollongong and global leader in cardiac health and the care of vulnerable populations. She believes in the transformative forces of education and research to make a difference in the world. And meet Dr. Bruce Stillman, President and CEO of Cold Spring Harbour Laboratory. Dr. Stillman is a visionary biochemist, revolutionising cancer research through molecular biology and genetics. He says he considers himself fortunate to be pursuing this cutting-edge research.
And the winner of the Education and Research Award in 2021 is Patricia Davidson. Congratulations, Patricia.
Oh my goodness, I'm over. That is just amazing. Thanks so much for that. I'm a bit overcome. And I hope, that I can really do a lot for women and that I can really do a lot for networking and connections. I've thought a lot about why we're very effective on the world stage is that I think Australians, we spend our whole time looking out to the world. Whereas in many other countries, they don't. They look in. And, it's a real attribute that as a society we have. But that's part of the great can-do of Australians.
Please welcome our next presenter, Australian icon and conservationist, Bindi Irwin.
G'day, my name is Bindi Irwin, wildlife warrior from Australia Zoo. I'm here in far north Queensland on the Steve Irwin Wildlife Reserve during our annual crocodile research trip. I'm honoured to be here with you this evening to present the Sustainability Award for 2021. With our ever-expanding human population, the demand for resources is critically compromising our planet. Now more than ever, we need to stand together and discuss the more difficult issues that are harming our Mother Earth. The Advance Award for Sustainability celebrates the work of global Australians who are creating sustainable outcomes for our planet and its many ecosystems. The work of these finalists ranges in focus from influencing the global energy industry to fishing sustainably in our oceans to species conservation. These incredible Australians have spent their varied careers in the pursuit of one goal, preserving the natural world and minimising our impact on it. We trust with their work and our effort, we will be able to share the many wonders of our planet has to offer with our children and the generations to come. And the finalists are
Meet Dr. Darion Mcbain, Global Director of Corporate Affairs and Sustainability for the Thai Union Group, one of the world's largest seafood processors. Dr. Mcbain created their first global sustainability strategy addressing responsible sourcing, water and energy, and employee support. Meet Dr. Kira Marlam, Global Director of Strategic Partnerships for the Species Survival Commission. In her role, Dr. Marlam unites organisations, governments, donors and practitioners and urges a paradigm shift to ensure species survival. And meet Nicole Isepi, Managing Director of Global Operations and Performance for global energy giant Engie, an award-winning advisor on energy, climate and finance. She believes we need to accelerate solutions for better outcomes.
And the winner of the Sustainability Award in 2021 is Darion Mcbain. Congratulations, Darion!
Oh, wow. Thank you. That is amazing news and completely unexpected. Thank you so much. I trained as an engineer, and I think engineers are solution providers. And I really do look around at all of the challenges that we see at the moment, and sometimes it's overwhelming, whether you're looking at climate change or inequalities or ocean health. And so I do always look at it from a problem and a solution perspective. And I think it's always having the solutions in mind that gives me optimism that, yes, there's something we can do and there's something we can change. So as many as the problems keep coming up and they do seem overwhelming, I also see a lot of great opportunities. And there's so many people who are engaged in the topic of sustainability now that you can have a conversation literally with anybody, and they will have some perspectives on what the solutions could be.
Please welcome our next presenter, internationally renowned researcher on ageing, Professor David Sinclair, AO.
Hi, my name is David Sinclair. It's my pleasure to be presenting the Life Sciences Award for 2021. It's especially meaningful to me to be here tonight with you, virtually, to be able to present this award, because I won this award a few years ago. And it was one of the most amazing nights of my life, and it's really wonderful to be able to pay it forward tonight with you. So the Advance Award for Life Sciences recognises the incredible global Australians that have dedicated their lives to improving the health and well-being of others. Whether this be through the practice of medicine, research, or the development of medical technologies, these individuals have spent their entire careers seeking innovative ways to approach medicine in general. From researching the possibility of transplanting an artificial heart to seeking solutions to improve sight through stem cells or an artificial eye implant, through co-founding a biotech company to develop life science tools with global impact. These finalists are really extraordinary. Their dedication, innovation, and collaborative work means that we can visualize a future with better health outcomes for all of us. And the finalists are...
Meet Professor Lyndon de Cruz, a retinal surgeon changing the lives of people around the world suffering with blindness. Professor de Cruz is Chief Investigator and Surgeon for the Bionic Eye Implant Project in London and currently leading stem cell research into treatments for macular degeneration. Meet Dr. Ben Heinsohn, Co-founder, President and Chief Scientific Officer of 10x Genomics. Dr. Heinsohn's an entrepreneur and visionary, heading up a team of specialists who develop groundbreaking products combining hardware, chemistry and software. And meet Dr. Daniel Timms, a talented biomedical engineer who has designed a device to totally replace the heart. After Dr. Timms' father died of heart failure, he set about changing the future for the millions of people who suffer from cardiovascular disease.
And the winner of the Life Sciences Award for 2021 is Dr. Ben Heinsohn. Congratulations, Ben.
Wow, that's a real surprise, and I'm very humble and very grateful for not just what I've done. What I say to everyone is it's not about me, it's about what we can all do together. And so it's a real honor to even be thought of in this category and be recognized. But it's not me, it's all the people that have helped me get here. and the people that I work with every day. And also thank you to your organisation for really giving me this opportunity and the chance to kind of showcase what you can do if you really believe in yourself, take some risks and really work hard and do some great things that are going to make a positive impact on the world. That's what, if you do that, that's where the magic can really happen.
Please welcome our next presenter, Chairman of New South Wales KPMG, Head of Asia and International Markets, Doug Ferguson.
Good evening to Australians all around the world. I'm so excited to be presenting the Asia Impact Award for 2021. As a leading professional services firm with offices all across the region, KPMG is proud once again to be sponsoring this important, prestigious award category. The Asia Impact Award is presented to a global Australian or the alumni of an Australian university who is making an outstanding contribution in the world's most exciting and dynamic region. The finalists are individuals who are working to create a better, more sustainable future for millions of people across Asia. They are selected because they demonstrate innovation, leadership, and entrepreneurship in their chosen fields. KPMG wishes to congratulate all advanced finalists in this category. You're a source of great inspiration and so important for increasing connectivity between Australia and the region that we live and work in. And the finalists are
Meet Dr. Abu Bakar Suleiman, a health delivery expert, medical education leader and chair of Malaysia's COVID-19 Expert Advisory Group. Dr. Abu Bakar is committed to providing safe and patient-centred care in institutions, in the community and in the home. Meet Dr. Chong Koon Heen, architect and sustainability urban planner. Dr. Chong is the chairman of the Centre for Livable Cities Singapore and has been credited with reshaping Singapore's urban landscape through sustainable urban planning and landmark projects. Meet Jimmy Pham AM. Jimmy is the founder of Koto, a leading not-for-profit social enterprise based in Vietnam. Koto provides a 2-year hospitality training program for at-risk and disadvantaged youth to end the cycle of poverty. And now meet Professor Paul Yip. Professor Yip is the founding director of the Centre for Suicide Research and Prevention at the University of Hong Kong. In this and many other roles, he is dedicated to improving the well-being of society through work in suicide prevention for the region and globally.
And the winner of the 2021 Asia Impact Award is Jimmy Pham. Congratulations, Jimmy.
Thank you so much. I'm so overwhelmed at the moment. So if I'm not speaking the right words, so please forgive me. So yeah, it's a real encouragement because it means so much as an Australian as well to be recognized in Australia. I'm very honored to be nominated in the first place with the people that in this category. It's been a really tough year. It's when you're looking at a whole bunch of kids that when they ask you to have a lockdown and because a lot of them don't have a house to go to, so and we don't have an income as well, so that helps as well. So this award comes for them as well. That this dedication and it's worth it because there's people like that in Australia, which is home for me, to say thank you for what you're doing as well.
Please welcome Australia's 30th Prime Minister and patron of Advance, the Honourable Scott Morrison MP.
G'day everyone. It's tremendous to have this opportunity to say a few words to our expat community. You've carried, I know, a very heavy burden over this past year and a half. And I know many of you weighed up coming home or continuing with your work and lives overseas. So far, we've helped some 53,000 Australians to return home, including 167 government-facilitated flights. I know for Australians overseas, it has been a very difficult and frustrating time. It's tough, living through a pandemic and being separated from your family. And that's brought its own heartbreak, life's moments missed that you will never get back. Zoom can't do justice to these moments, and I know that. I know it's been difficult, but we are looking forward to welcoming many people back home soon. We can get there this year. We're looking forward to that opportunity again. I thank you once again for your patience and enduring what has been a very frustrating and very difficult time for you. We're getting through it. We're almost there. Thank you. I look forward to welcoming you home.
Introducing the incredible comedian, actor, composer, writer and director, Tim Minchin.
Take a walk on the Seine, cross Pont Neuf on my way to Saint-Germain. Love hearts on padlocks on wire in the mist, where young lovers kiss and swear to be true. Echoes of 10,000 sighs of love, and yet I feel only the absence of you. Out of a window on the 30th floor, Central Park shines with the coming of dawn. Through eyes rendered weary by jet lag and wine, I turn round to find there's a girl in my room. For a moment we kiss, but her vodka-soaked lips taste only of the absence of you. Means if you are not here with me, and I am lost. When we are apart, there's a hole in my heart that light passes through, and the pattern it creates is the shape of the absence of you. Spring has been found hanging round Soho Square, so I take my coffee and newspaper there to bask in the not warm enough April sun with the workers who come to eat Pret with no shoes. But the grass to the side of the patch where I'm lying is flat with the absence of you. Over and through me and pulls round my shoes, and the paddle it forms conforms to the shape of the absence of you.
Please welcome our next presenter, media innovator and journalist, Prue Clark.
Hello everyone, my name is Prue Clark. I'm coming to you from a windy Clovelly beach in Sydney in lockdown, and I'm so pleased to be joining you for this virtual celebration of the Advance Awards 2021, presenting the award for Emerging Leader. My team at New Narratives and I were so honoured to win the Social Impact Award in 2014 for our work with news media in low-income countries, giving citizens the information they need to build inclusive societies and hold leaders to account. As global Australians, we go about the world and we so easily lose the professional connections back home. And so this award was a great chance to really help Australians know what I was doing and build some allies here. And here, now I am back, 20 years after having left Australia, based in Sydney and hoping to build new narratives out in the region. And I've been so pleased since I got back that there are many young versions of myself 20 years ago who've come forward and asked me how they too could have an impact. So speaking of young leaders and impact, the Advance Award for Emerging Leaders recognises global Australians who are at the cutting edge of innovation in their field. These finalists are thought leaders, creators and collaborators who are using their talent in emerging disciplines such as space exploration, robotics and biomaterials. They are still in the early stages of their careers, yet they've risen to be among the global best and are already giving back and contributing to the growth of others. Advance wishes to acknowledge the ingenuity and tenacity of these younger Australians. We are going to hear a lot more of them in the coming years. And the finalists are...
Meet Dr. Kristen Clemens, a prominent emerging leader in polymer science and a former Australian hockey player. His research focuses on techniques that could lead the way to treatment for spinal cord injury, cancer, wound healing and cardiovascular injury. Meet Si Chen, Head of Strategy at Tencent Artificial Intelligence in Shenzhen, China. Ms. Chen is responsible for the advancement of research in the areas of computer vision, speech recognition, natural language processing and machine learning. And meet Andrea Boyd, Deputy Lead of Astronaut Operations in Cologne. Andrea is the only Australian in the world working in the International Space Station Flight Control Team. Her distinct accent can be heard as the flight controller talking back from Earth to space.
The winner of the Emerging Leader of 2021 is Andrea Boyd. Congratulations, Andrea.
Oh, really? Oh, no way. Huh? Cool, I didn't know that. Thanks. Okay. Oh, spring that on me. Because I was reading the others as well, and I sent it to my best friend. I'm like, what do you think? And he's like, I don't know, they're all pretty great. I'm like, I know. I was certainly dreamed on working in something in space, like Star Trek. And the International Space Station project is the closest thing that we have to Starfleet. So we've got all the different countries working together to advance humanity, and it's really wonderful to be able to work on, just really cutting-edge science and engineering with people from such different backgrounds all across the globe and off Earth, of course, with the astronauts on the space station.
And to present the Global Impact Award for 2021, please welcome Nobel Laureate, Professor Barry Marshall, AC.
Hello, good evening. My name's Barry Marshall. I'm Clinical Professor of Microbiology at the University of Western Australia, and it's my pleasure to be presenting the Global Impact Award for 2021. Now, I won this award in 2018, so it was a great ceremony and a great meet-up in Sydney. Unfortunately, we can't travel to Sydney very much these days, so we're doing it remotely. You might recall that Dr. Warren and I won the Nobel Prize in 2005 for discovering the stomach bacteria Helicobacter pylori that causes ulcers, so that was also quite nice. It looks like we won most of the awards also that this year's Advance Award winner has on his CV, so really the future is still looking good. So before I go on to announce him, let me tell you that the Advance Global Award recognises outstanding global Australians whose sustained commitment has enabled them to deliver outcomes that have true global impact. The winners of this category over the last decade are individuals who are pioneers in their field. Each one has contributed to the improved health and well-being of our planet and its people. The winner this year is no exception. His work with an extraordinary research organisation has taken him from a postgraduate fellow in a laboratory to the CEO of this world-class institution. And he says, experiencing the thrill of discovery and nurturing the careers of young scientists is the best of both worlds. After 42 years with Cold Spring Harbor Laboratory, he still finds it intellectually exhilarating. So the winner of the Global Impact Award in 2021 is Dr. Bruce Stillman. Congratulations, Bruce.
Wow, that's an amazing honor. I was actually surprised to be a finalist for this award and actually honored for it, but this is a kind of icing on the cake. You know, one of the great things about being an expat Australian is, and as I just mentioned, I've had a lot of connections to Australia, and it is a fantastic place, and I still call Australia home, as the song goes, and to have this honor, additional honor, is really unbelievable, and I think it's a real highlight to be recognized by the country that you grew up in, that you love, and also the country that I still have very, very deep connections to. So thank you very much. I'm actually deeply, deeply honored.
And to present the Global Icon Award for 2021, please welcome author, illustrator and artist Sophie Blackall.
Hello, my name is Sophie Blackall. I am delighted to be joining you from New York for the virtual celebration of the Advance Awards 2021. It is a very great honour to be presenting the award for Global Icon. This time last year, when I was feeling quite unmoored by the state of the world and very far from home, receiving the Global Icon Award felt like a life rope anchored in Australia. This metaphorical rope threads between Advance winners, past, present and future, connecting us all, weaving in and out of our very different work, but often common goals wherever we are in the world. The Advance Global Icon Award has only been given 3 times over the last decade of the Advance Awards. It is an award that recognises outstanding global Australians who, through their various disciplines, have come to represent Australia on a global stage to a diverse range of audiences. The winner this year has incredible talent. She is absolutely a global icon and has been for many years. Her work is such a gift to us all. It is filled with inspiration and consolation and warmth and beauty. She has received numerous awards the world over, and this year, Australia wishes to acknowledge the enormous contribution she has made to the global arts industry over such an extensive period of time. The winner of the Global Icon Award in 2021 is Simone Young. Congratulations, Simone.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I feel very honoured. Thank you. I mean, when you think about what we've been through collectively, the global experience of the last 18 months, what have been the things that have kept us going? Music, film, TV, books, it's been the arts and science. And it's fascinating. I talked to most scientists, almost all of them were very active in the arts as teenagers, as students at the university. You know, we talk all the time about STEM, but I love it when people talk about STEAM. Add the arts to the STEM and everything drives at a whole different pace. It's so much more creative, and we need to develop and broaden creative and civilized minds. You can't listen to good music and not feel compassionate. And I mean, we need that at all times, but at the moment, I feel we need that more than ever. The whole thing of being kind to one another is even more significant. And music creates civilized experiences.
And to present the Advance Award for Global Australian of the Year in 2021, please welcome Australia's Ambassador to the United States, the Honourable Arthur Sinodinos AO.
As Australia's Ambassador to the United States, I'm delighted to join you for the 2021 Advance Awards. The Prime Minister is the patron of Advance, and he has given me the great honour to announce the overall winner of the Advance Awards. Before I do, I note that this awards ceremony is being celebrated around the world with gatherings in Shanghai, Hong Kong, London and Dubai. I'm here in Washington, DC, and I know many in the expat community here in North America will be watching this telecast shortly. Wherever global Australians are, we are connected by common aspirations and pride in the achievements of Australia. The Advance Awards are an opportunity to celebrate what is great about Australia, our education system and access to opportunities, the remarkable research training in our universities, our work ethic, our creativity, and the globe-trotting nature of Australians. I want to thank the founder of Advance, that great Australian, Ken Allen, and the esteemed judging panel who have identified these remarkable Australians. I also wanted to commend the board of Advance for this, the 10th year of presenting the Advance Awards. Your dedication to this cause, to highlighting the achievements of overseas Australians, is greatly valued. I'm pleased that government support has enabled Advance to continue its mission to connect high-achieving global Australians with opportunities in Australia, and I know this will continue to yield enormous benefits. And now, on to the announcement. From amongst the category winners, I would like to announce that the overall 2021 Global Australian of the Year is Leith Greenslade. Leith, congratulations. You're a tireless advocate for women and children through the work of JustActions, an organisation that Leith founded and leads from New York. She focuses on initiatives that will make the biggest difference in the shortest space of time for the most disadvantaged. Through COVID-19, she is leading a coalition to improve access to medical oxygen in Africa, Asia, Latin America and the Middle East. Congratulations, Leith, and to all this year's finalists. Australia is proud of you. I'm proud to be associated with Advance.
It means so much to have the opportunity to talk about some of these issues and to have the exposure for them. It's such an amazing thing that you're doing to be able to. Thank you so much. You know, there are so many amazing Australians that work in social impact and we have a long history, and to give this, it's really a great recognition, I think, of the work of Australians internationally on social impact. I'm very proud to be standing, you know, next to some of those people. I know they've inspired me, and still in the UN they talk, you know, the halls of the UN, the names of Australians continually come up. So it means a great deal to me. Thank you. So the big dream for the rest of my career is, I think one of the things the pandemic has exposed, and climate change as well, is that we have a world where political power is still built on the nation state. So it's still nations, and political power rests with nations. I truly believe that we won't be able to deal with the big global threats, whether it's climate change or another pandemic. We're told there's going to be more pandemics. Inequality is another one that's really causing a lot of problems. We need an international architecture that can respond to global challenges. So I think of it like a UN 2.0. So we have to rebuild it. The UN was built after World War II. All those institutions like the World Bank, the IMF, all the tools we have internationally are post-World War II creations. After we come out of COVID, I think we need to rebuild again the global architecture. So we're much more effective at working together when we have these massive threats. I would love to work on that and to contribute to that. But really the big work will be done by the next generation. That's their job to do, but I would love to give a good start at it. So what has happened now during the pandemic, unfortunately, it's a tragedy that it doesn't just keep happening, because our problems aren't going to go away. In fact, they're just going to, I think, get deeper in future years. So yes, UN 2.0, that would be my next big dream job.
Congratulations, Leith. What an incredibly inspiring and deserving recipient. My sincere thanks to our patron, the Prime Minister of Australia, for joining us and acknowledging the wonderful global Australians who we have recognised tonight. It is only through the sustained commitment of the federal government, our wonderful corporate sponsors, and our generous donors that we have been able to present these awards year on year since 2012. The work of Advance would not be possible without our active network of Advance ambassadors around the world, as well as the generous contributions of our board, our judging panel, and the Asia Advisory Committee. And Advance itself would not exist without the foresight of Ken Allen, who recognised the enormous potential of Australians working overseas. In the tragic aftermath of September 11 in New York, Ken created Advance to bring together young professionals working overseas to ensure that they remained connected with Australia. And Ken has been a tireless champion of Advance for the last 20 years and brought on many passionate supporters that has made sure Advance can continue to grow. As CEO of Advance, my goal is threefold. One, to extend our community to include more and more overseas Australians and international alumni of Australian universities. Two, to make it easier for universities, companies, and government representatives to connect with and tap into the enormous expertise of our Australian diaspora. And three, and this is where you come in, to make the awards the best they can possibly be, to ensure that more and more Australians are exposed to the incredible stories of these global Australians. Help us do this by providing your feedback about what you loved and what you think we could do better. For those Australians overseas, this has been one of the most difficult and heart-wrenching times to be a global Australian. Know that we want to keep you connected to Australia, whether it's through digital events, through our LinkedIn group, or through the practical and, I hope, inspirational content that we share with you. For those in Australia, we will be holding a gala dinner in March 2022 in Sydney to celebrate these awardees. We are looking for corporate sponsors to join us in making this the best event it can possibly be. You can see more information about the gala dinner on our website at advance.org. And if I can finish with one more ask, make some noise for these incredible awardees, the ones that inspired you the most, whether it's via social media or word of mouth. Let them know how much their story means to you. While the announcements are over, please stay tuned. There's going to be personal accounts from the winners. We'll be meeting some of the people in in-person events in Dubai, London, Hong Kong and Shanghai. Thank you all for joining. Now let's meet some of our friends around the globe.
Thank you to all our Advance 2021 partners for making this broadcast possible.
Hello from Hong Kong. This is Stephanie Evanet with the Australian Chamber of Commerce in Hong Kong, and I'm joined today by the Australian Consul General to Hong Kong and Macau, Elizabeth Wood.
It's marvellous to be able to join people from all around the world as we celebrate, really for the first time for a long time, with a group of people, some marvellous achievements by Australian expatriates.
Hi, this is Lisa and we're coming to you from the Pangolin in Dubai. We're really honoured to have with me Adam Malouf, who is the Advance Ambassador for the UAE, and Mr Ian Halliday, who is the Consul General for Australia to Dubai.
Fantastic to be part of the Advance Awards for 2021.
We hope that next year we may have some finalists and even some winners in the awards.
Hello Australians of the world, welcome to London. I have with me His Excellency, the Australian High Commissioner for the United Kingdom, George Brandis, Tim Dillon, Agent General for Victoria, David Ridgway, Agent General for South Australia, and Dr Matthew Snape, who is working on vaccine trials at Oxford University.
Hi, or something like that, in any language you like. Okay, staff, where are you?
I'm here.
Standing over there. Right. Okay, 1, 2, 3, everybody, up and down.
We have to admit that the main reason for getting you on the call today was to let you know that you're in fact the winner of this category.
What? Are you serious? No. Oh my God. No wonder you made me work so hard. But oh my goodness. Give me a second.
Yeah, just one. Okay. That time lucky, huh? That time lucky.
Well, Australia has some of the best scientists in the world.
Fictional characters on Star Trek, not going to lie, quite inspiring.
You've always been part of my DNA, actually. I don't know whether you got an injection or something when you go to the laboratory, but...
You have been infected, Ken, I can tell you.
Oh my God, now that is totally unexpected. I looked at the other people you're promoting, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to win, but I've got to show up.
In full transparency though, I've got my third kid due on September 3rd. So I've got a feeling that the September 8th is unlikely to work because my wife would probably kill me.
What you just said, I did not understand anything you just said. I'm just still trying to... can I tell my wife and my parents? Okay, so my parents and my wife, maybe my 2 daughters.
I recruited a guy to the school and someone said, I don't know what he does, but he must be important, he's Australian.
I'm speechless, and that's a rare thing.
Well, of course, these days you have to preface every comment with in normal times, in non-COVID times.
I became a lot...
That's good, no? It was the staff, actually, the butler. It's the butler.
Well, interestingly, I tended to buy her daughter's outfits because I was going with her so often. I didn't want to be wearing what she was wearing.
I'm so pleased to be joining you for this virtual celebration. I hope you have a bloopers tape.
Oh, sorry.
One sec, there's people outside my door, which is a bit annoying.
Anyone want to buy a Logitech?
Good evening to all Australians, wherever you might be around the world. Sorry, my dog's just... I'll put my dog out.
Yes, well, I thought, don't stuff up the name either.
It's just that there's some building work going on next door.
We're just printing bigger font.
You're printing bigger font.
Using technology to... No, I'll do that one again, sorry.
One more time.
Hello, my name is Alexi Glass-Cantor.
Okay. Yep. To stay true to yourself and not be captured by any institution, I think you need to work for an idea that's bigger than you.